Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Porn and Capitalism. We got a brand new soundboard today. Oh my God, see what capitalism can do? It can upgrade your sound system when you spend money the government gave you on shit you really don't need. But fuck it, we got the sound system, the Rode Pro. I am going to get into the porn star of the podcast later today, but before that, there's so many things that are more important than that. Like the fact that the National Rifle Association is bankrupt. Where is America when the NRA files for bankruptcy? I think that's what a lot of people need to understand. As a country, if the National Rifle Association can't make it in America, what are we doing? What's the point, guys? Seriously. They're relocating to Texas. Everybody is. But especially the National Rifle Association is relocating to Texas. I don't know if it's because of Joe Rogan. I don't know why they're relocating to Texas. Maybe they can be bankrupt in Texas. I don't know why. But they're relocating to Texas, and that's great. It's phenomenal. Texas is great. It snowed in Texas, and that's some bullshit that they didn't advertise. Okay? It snowed a little bit in Dallas. It wasn't real snow. Wasn't real snow, and I know I'm from Michigan. I should be used to this shit, but hey, man, like I've been saying, you don't take a sexual assault victim to the strip club, okay? You just don't do it. It's just not in good taste, okay? It's not. They're starting to get the National Guard out to the Capitol. I posted, it looks like the National Guard is guarding the nation. Now, they're just guarding the nation's capital, the National Guard. I don't know anything about the National Guard, honestly. The only thing I know about the National Guard is that Doug Stanhope bit about how those guys are just, the mechanic who can't do a push-up. That's the only thing I know about the National Guard. I don't know anyone in the National Guard. I don't know what's going to happen with the National Guard, honestly. They're all just sleeping on the floor in the Capitol. I'm like, is this, as a country, the NRA is bankrupt and the National Guard has to sleep on the ground? China won, I think. At this point, it seems like China won. I just don't get it. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in America. And I don't want to say I'm disappointed in Americans. But I'm disappointed in something at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how the fuck, as a country, we beat Japan. We beat the Japanese at war. You know how insane that is? We did that. America. Not me personally. But some people who are Americans did that. And now, we can't even keep our gun club from going bankrupt. We can't even have offensive names for our sports teams. Okay? Redskins gone. Indians are probably going to become the Spiders. And it just kind of makes you think, If we can't do it in America, where can you do it? Where is free speech left? Is it left on the internet? Parler went down. Now, I have Parler on my phone, and I think it's about time they took it off the App Store because it was a bad app, all right? It was just bad. I used Parler. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my thoughts out there. Again, the worst part about fucking Parler is just the fact that it's a poorly designed app. I love free speech. I love saying whatever you want to say. Whatever you want. Fuck it. I'm not happy about Twitter censorship. Hasn't affected me. I'm not a big player on Twitter. But Parler is just a shitty app. It's like, just make it better. Twitter had stories. I'm not saying Parler stories would have been great. I'm just saying if you wanted more people to use it, you needed a better app. My buddy, Ryan Willandy, shout out Ryan Willandy. I love you, buddy. He made an app, a social media app when he was in college, when we were in college together. And that app, made by my stoner friend, was way better than Parler. It's a problem, man. I have some conservative views, but I also smoke a lot of weed. I don't think enough conservatives smoke weed. That's why you get a shitty app like Parler, okay? Toke it up, conservatives. Listen to some Willie Nelson, smoke a doobie, and make a better app. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's going to happen. But now that we got Joe Biden in charge, he's going to legalize weed right off the bat. I don't think he's going to. I don't even know if they're going to legalize weed, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if Kamala Harris starts enforcing federal weed laws and locking more people up. They're going to lock him up. And, you know, I know that they said they're going to get everyone $1,400 more dollars because that adds up to $6,000. I'm like, I'm glad somebody's doing the math. I'm glad Andrew Yang had somewhat of an impact on the Democratic Party. Shout out Andrew Yang, Yang Gang, running for mayor of New York. I think that's good. We need more Asian politicians in this country and not Chinese communists. I'm talking free market capitalists like Andrew Yang. Okay? It's funny to watch the people on the left who love Andrew Yang because he's about UBI also not realize that he is a billionaire, right? Is he not a billionaire? What is Andrew Yang's net worth? Is he a billionaire? Wow. I was way off. 1 million. A million. He's a million. I thought he was a billionaire. Here's a Forbes article. Andrew Yang is not as rich as you'd think. Oh, he's not a crazy rich Asian. He's just a rich Asian. Not a crazy rich, just a rich Asian. I like that he wears the math mask around too. I think that's important. I think we need math in this country. Very important. Andrew Yang running for governor of New York. Is he going against Bill de Blasio? Is that what it is? Is it Andrew Yang? Andrew Yang, governor of New York, dude. New York. Not governor. What the fuck am I saying? I'm fucking ripped, dude. Mayor. Throw your hands for the mayor. Mayor.
Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
All right. Yeah, a lot of crickets on that. I am still working on this soundboard, okay? Still trying to figure it all out. Andrew Yang is running for mayor of New York. He wants universal basic income and TikTok hype houses. What does that even mean? Andrew Yang roams through New York's uncharacteristically empty streets, he chats with supporters, waves at sanitation workers, and drops into a Brooklyn barbershop. Nice. Narrating those scenes in a video he posted Wednesday night, Yang boasts of his New York roots while boosting his signature issues like universal basic income. We need to realize Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of guaranteed minimum income and get cash into the hands of people who need it most, Yang said in the 2.5-minute ad. Yang's video made official his entry. Wow, hi. To a crowded field of seasoned local politicians hoping to succeed New York Mayor Bill de Blasio's, who is term limited from running again. Okay, so Bill de Blasio is out anyway. That's why he doesn't give a shit. That's why he's going to the gym. That's why Bill de Blasio is going to the gym, because he's like, I'm not running again for re-election. I'll just go run in the gym while the rest of my city gets fat. What a departure. The Republican Mikey Bloomberg was like, I don't want the city getting fat, no big gulps. Democrat Bill de Blasio, you guys can't work out. I can work out, but you can't work out. The hypocrisy sometimes is hilarious to me. It really is. And both sides do it. That's the funny thing, is when people are like, see, the Republicans are hypocrites. See, the Democrats are hypocrites. I'm like, if you don't realize they're both full of shit, that level of bliss sounds fun. I miss being dumb like that, where you really believed in your team politically. I don't believe in my sports teams. I don't sure as shit don't believe in the political ones, all right? Even the libertarians who are like, maybe the Libertarian Party will one day get it together. Are you kidding me? Libertarian, that's the RC Cola. No chance. No chance for RC Cola. Come on, guys. Seriously. State leaders say volatile mix of far-right white supremacist groups could challenge law enforcement. Oh, I thought they were back to blue. Thought they were, see, hypocrites again. They're all hypocrites, man. They're all hypocrites, baby. Baby. We were hanging out earlier, some of my friends, and we were watching early 2000s music videos. I think the year 2004 was the peak of American civilization. And I'm not just saying that because the Detroit Pistons won the NBA championship. I'm saying that because songs like, and 2004 I don't mean the year 2004. I just mean that vibe. 2004 vibes. You know what I'm talking about? like Sean Paul and early Usher before the herpes scandal, you know. There was something magical. Like at that point in history, we thought we knew what 9/11 was. We didn't know that the wars in the Middle East were really the money pits that they were. And we had faith. Something about 2004 vibes, man. Where we were just like, dude, fucking did. America did. And we were listening to some song, you know, we were listening to Going Down by Young Jock, you know, meet me in the trap, it's going down. You know, we're listening to songs like that. And it really just reminded you of what once was in this country, you know? It was so beautiful, 2004. And I know it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. We got pretty close to perfect. Since then, it's kind of gone downhill. And I don't really want to blame Hurricane Katrina because I think that, you know, was a pretty divisive time in our history for sure. But, I think we might have to blame Hurricane Katrina. George Bush ruined America. He made America great, the greatest it had ever been, and then he ruined it. And everything since then has just been, you know, trying to be 2004. Everything since 2004 has been trying to be 2004. And that's not how you do it, okay? That's not how you do it. Got to be better than that, man. This is my favorite shit, dude. The guys who played Franklin and Lamar in Grand Theft Auto. I know the one guy is Slink Johnson, who I believe played Lamar. Franklin, I don't know the guy, but they live created a scene from the game, and it was the dopest shit, okay? It was the dopest shit I've ever seen, and I want to see more stuff like that, okay? I think South Park got it right. We want member berries. We want reboots. You know what I'm talking about? That's what we want. As a people, as a country, come on, that's all we really want is to feel like it still matters. I don't know if it does. Andrew Yang sure seems to think it does. But I just want to go back to 2004. If that means, you know, we got to make some sacrifices, I understand. Watched Four Christmases yesterday, another great movie. Great movie. We watched Employee of the Month, Dane Cook, another great movie. You know what I'm talking about? Jessica Simpson. 2004 Jessica Simpson. You can't get better than that. 2004 Beyonce. Can't get better than that. 2004. I'm just trying to point it out, people. I think at the time, we may not have realized how awesome it was. But in retrospect, I think we can look back at it and be like, man, what a great year 2004 was. It really was. It was an amazing time. And I hope we can. I'm not saying I want to go back in time. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I think we need to look at that time and figure out what were we doing so right? You know what I'm saying? What were we doing so incredibly right in 2004? I don't know. I haven't put my finger on it yet. President Biden-elect unveils $1.9 trillion COVID relief plan. It includes $1,400 direct checks. That's what I was talking about earlier. There was stuff in here. I'm trying to figure it out. Here we go. He wants to boost unemployment by $400 a week. $15 minimum wage. That's the big thing. The $15 minimum wage. Here's the deal. I understand why, you know, the arguments on both sides. The one argument is, look, you know, we don't want people working for nothing. Okay, you need to have higher wages nowadays than you did 30, 40 years ago. Unfortunately, we know what's going to happen, right? We all know what's going to happen. The minimum wage is going to go to $15 an hour. And all of a sudden, jobs are going to be like, we don't need as many of you as we thought we did. We really don't need as many of you as we thought we did. And the best part is going to be comedians their pay is not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere. Okay, especially opening comedian. Like if you're hosting a show as a comedian, you basically get paid in peanuts, and that's not going to go up with this $15 minimum wage. And it's not supposed to. Okay, when you're the opening comedian, you're not supposed to make good money because you don't want to stay the opening comedian. Okay, you want to become the feature and then the headliner and then do theaters. That's what you want to do. Okay, nobody wants to just be a feature. Nobody wants to settle. If you want to settle, you're going to settle, and you're going to settle below where you wanted to settle. All right, that's what happens. When you shoot for the stars, though, that's when magic happens. Okay, you got to shoot for the stars, kids. Okay, that's what competition is supposed to teach you. Okay, a lot of people are against competition. I'm not against it. Okay, I'm for that shit. I want you to get it done. Get out there and get it done, kids. I left my Coca-Cola out there. It's unfortunate. I left it out there. I want to go back to a time like 2004 when you had the Detroit Pistons who were competitive and played defense, not this James Harden bullshit, overinflated $15 an hour minimum wage fucking NBA. I don't want to see that. I want to see defense. I want to see 2004 Ben Wallace, Pack, and Shaq. That's what I want to see. And if you don't want to see that, then I guess we're not on the same page. It is what it is. Happens. Now, I don't think increase CTC by $3,000 a year, increase EITC. I don't know what those things are. He wants to increase that by earned income tax credit. I believe that's what it is. $1,500 a year. Okay. The CTC, probably another tax credit. He wants to increasing direct payments to $2,000. Direct payment. And that's what I was talking about. It's just going to be $1,400 extra dollars. I'm not against it. I understand. And honestly, that is the one thing where I think a lot of people are getting upset about. I would be more upset about the $15 minimum wage because I think you need to do it more gradually. You're basically doubling the minimum wage. It's going to have a drastic impact on how employers decide to hire people. Okay? It's going to have an impact on that. I think having a straight $2,000 payment and making the minimum wage like $10 an hour would have been a better move. Just economically. That's my opinion. Not a genius, okay? I'm not a genius. It's just what I think. I'm getting a lot of ads for this WandaVision. Fucking Wanda. I don't know what the fuck that is, man. I guess there's a lot of superhero nerds out here who really are like, dude, I know every single superhero thing. I guess there's a lot of those people. I don't know them. I don't know who the fuck Wanda or Vision is. And people are like, oh, damn, they're the fucking X-Men. I'm like, I have no idea. I didn't really read comic books growing up. I liked the Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire, The Man. Oh, I watched Superbad earlier today. Great fucking movie. Talking about smoke show redheads. Little weird thinking about the fact that Emma Stone was supposed to be playing a high schooler then, and I'm still getting turned on at 27. Little bit weird. I'm just saying, though. Great movie. Superbad. Jonah Hill kills it. That dick drawing scene. Oh, my God. The movies that you can't make today that were golden. See, 2007. Around that 2004 era, Superbad comes out, right? Hangover, 2008. There was a golden era of Americana and culture and cinema and music going on in those early 2000s that I just miss it. That's all it is. I think I just miss it. It's member berries. It's literally member berries. And now I see all these superhero movies and, I mean, I guess if you're into it, it's cool. Like, I'm a Breaking Bad nerd. Been nerding out on Better Call Saul. Watched El Camino. I enjoy it. I like it. I think Breaking Bad is a far better series, and don't take this the wrong way. I think it's a better series than a lot of the superhero things. Sue me. Batman, whatever. Spider-Man, whatever. But WandaVision? Come on. Dude, it's going to be sweet, bruh. You know what? It's sweet. You know it's fucking sweet. Real life is sweet. Breaking Bad is sweet. Better Call Saul is sweet. You know why? No superheroes. Just people. Fucking people. Talking about people. Talking about people. That's what I'm talking about, all right? So if you don't like it,
suck my dick.
Boom. See, we got a soundboard going. Working on some of these. Oh, see, you got that one. That's a fun one. You make a joke. Good times. You know what I'm talking about? You a little. Yeah. Listen to that. The chuckle of a fake audience. Is there anything better than that? Exactly. I don't think there is. I'm having too much fun with this soundboard. Before we get too far out of whack here, I do want to get into this week's Porn Star of the Podcast, a classic, one of my favorites of all time, and I think once I get into it, you'll be one as well, and that is Miss Audrey Bitoni. Give it up for her. Yes. Exactly. Audrey Bitoni. Let's read about her. Pornhub giving you the bio because they're hilarious. Cute, feminine, petite, and absolutely breathtaking, with her deep dark eyes, pouting, luscious lips, and incredible rack of boobage, the one and only Audrey Bitoni has been making men melt and jizz boil since her start in 2006. Like I said, great time. This Pasadena native didn't need to drive too far to stake her claim in Porn Valley, and she proved her champion slut status in 2008 when she took Cover Girl and Pet of the Month in Penthouse magazine. Since then, Audrey keeps working hard and playing even harder in over 200 spank-worthy scenes and movies. Who wouldn't want to play as hard as her when you got those fantastic double Ds she had implanted a few years ago? She just bubbles of fun. She's just bubbles of fun, bouncing and jiggling and slurping up man's steak in her sweet, dirty mouth or her flower petal pussy. Audrey not only loves the action in front of the moving camera, but she has been showing her artsier side as well, doing high-end modeling and fashion shoots, though often the only fashion she needs is her bare skin and hot body. Maybe it's because she can exude sex from every pore of her flesh and in every lowered eyelid, doe eye, fuck me gaze, penetrating the camera lens like the hordes of men wanting to penetrate her. With all the attention, we here at Pornhub just know Madame Bitoni is going to stick around pleasing our eyes and scrotums for years to come. A little bit more. She was born August 16th, 1986 in Anaheim, California, 5'4", 106 pounds. She is right now ranked number 187 on Pornhub. She's got her website. We'll click on it here. Is this her website? What the fuck is this? This is redirected to some horse shit. Never mind. That's not her fucking website. Well, whatever. Look up Audrey Bitoni. Check her out. If she has an OnlyFans. Does she have an OnlyFans? Let's see. Does she have OnlyFans? Always trying to send some traffic to a girl's OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Because again, capitalism, we support the entrepreneur. We do. Here she does. OnlyFans.com/Audrey Bitoni. That's AudreyBitoni. $10 a month. You get the official account of Audrey Bitoni. 161 posts, 25,000 likes. OnlyFans.com/Audrey Bitoni. Check it out. This week's Porn Star of the Podcast. Speaking of small businesses, Dave Portnoy, fellow U of M grad, go blue. Right now, up to $26.5 million raised by the Barstool Fund. This is the type of shit that I think it's overlooked in today's society. People want to shit on capitalism. People want to shit on dids, brez. But here's a guy, 44 years old, has been working his ass off since, he started Barstool Sports. You click on it and learn a little bit about him. In 1999, he graduated, started working for an IT firm. So 4 years later, 2003, again, 2004. 2003 is, I believe, when he started Barstool Sports. Yes, 2003. So for the last 17 years, this guy he's been putting in his time. He has really been putting in his time. And he's built something incredible. And now during this time when all these people are of need and things like that, He's out here trying to raise money and give it to directly people who need it, small businesses, right? I know there's been other organizations that have been giving it straight to people, but I think he recognizes that businesses are important. Small businesses particularly are important because otherwise the big corporations are going to gobble it up. I think right or left, a lot of people are like, look, big corporations, we have to make sure that they're not the only businesses around. You have to have mom and pop shops. You have to have these smaller businesses. Dave Portnoy recognized this. Net worth of $120 million, all right? This guy has a good chunk of change himself, and I'm sure he has donated to the fund himself as well. But just the fact that he's, shining a spotlight on a lot of these businesses, he's making these videos that go viral. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy, and, it's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. I think he also likes playing the villain. He knows that he's the type of guy who will piss off a lot of the country, especially the woker people. And I think he loves that fact. It's kind of funny. The best was when he interviewed Trump because, he basically went into that interview like, look, man, I don't follow politics. I think that's how he would say politics. I can't do a good Dave Portnoy, but he does have a bit of a measured Boston accent. You know what I'm saying? A bit of a measured Boston accent. And it's just funny to me that a guy like this who would be villainized typically and, who doesn't get played up for the dope shit that he's doing is out here doing dope shit. It's just awesome. Guys like Andrew Yang and Dave Portnoy, I think, deserve more of the spotlight than, your Nancy Pelosi's, your Donald Trumps, your people like that. I don't think they really warrant as much of the spotlight as we give them. But that's what the media does, man. I don't think the media really wants you to be well-informed. I think the media would prefer that you be underinformed but overly paranoid and afraid. I think the media understands that benefits big corporations and the media. People who are scared will watch more news, right? When do you watch the most news? When there's scary shit. I want to know what's going on. When do you not watch the news? When everything's great. When everything's great, you do not watch the news. So why would the news report that everything's great? Send all their customers away. It doesn't make any sense. But if they keep you scared, if they keep you bitching, they'll keep you coming back, baby. Just give me just a little more of that fear. Oh. People love it. People love the fear. People love to fear monger. And that's not to say that there aren't things genuinely to be worried about or concerned about or scared of or this, that, and the other thing. I'm just saying when you pump that, right? When you're constantly pumping that fear and you're constantly just like, look, we need to tone it down a little bit. Maybe have a feel-good story. I think those feel-good stories, we don't have enough of those anymore, The feel-good stories matter. I remember when I was a kid, the news used to bring a puppy on. What happened to that puppy? When's the last time CNN had one of Bindi Irwin's or Steve Irwin's kid or, someone who can cuddle a cobra or something, Bring a little dog on CNN. When does Don Lemon ever bring his Shih Tzu on? He doesn't. Doesn't want us to be happy. Dogs make you happy, So do cats if you're not allergic to them. But pets, here's the fucked up thing. I was talking to some friends earlier, and they said they were at this bar, and someone had just left their dog tied to a pole outside of the bar while they were getting drunk inside. I'm like, Jesus Christ, some people are assholes to their pet. Because that pet's just standing there like, guys, you could have just left me at home. I could have been pooping. What are we doing? President-elect Joe Biden, the official, real president-elect. Biden unemployment plan, $400 weekly boost, extra benefits for 6 months. They just want you to keep being reliant on the government. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of people don't need relief right now. But I think as a country, we got to get back to work. As a country, we got to get back on our feet. As a country, we need My Pillow. I don't know why My Pillow is trending. But as a country, I think we need My Pillow. The My Pillow guy, Washington Post photographer captures a close-up of My Pillow CEO Mike Lindell's notes for a meeting with President Trump. And what did they say? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what he said. I don't fucking care. Who is My Pillow guy, dude? Like, I know who he is, but he's just a Trump supporter. He's just a crazy guy. He's got a mustache. Looks kind of like, David Duke, if with a mustache. My Pillow guy looks like what I think David Duke would look like, but David Duke doesn't look like that. David Duke looks like more of a douche. David Duke. My name's David Duke. I'm the head of the boot the doot the doop. David Duke. My name's David Duke. I don't like black people. I'm David Duke. I think white people the best. My name's David Duke. David Duke is just such a retarded name. My name's David Duke. That's why they named it the KKK, because it's just a bunch of retards like, white people the best, KKK. Then they were like, well, we need something for KKK to stand for. We can't just have it be KKK. And they're like, Ku Klux Klan, Ku Klux Klan, blah, blah, blah. The Ku Klux Klan. What a dumb name. Who the fuck comes up with that? The Ku Klux Klan. What are they all about? Well, I know what they're all about. But who the fuck picked that name? The KKK, the Klan, American White Supremacist Hate Group, whose primary targets are African Americans. Lesser enemies of the Klan include Jews, immigrants, leftists, homosexuals, Muslims, and, until recently, Catholics. So they don't hate Catholics now. They are Nordicism. Nordicism is an ideology of racism which views the Nordic race as a superior and sometimes as an endangered racial group. The Nordic race. What do they consider the Nordic race? Caucasians, Anglo-Saxons, Germanic peoples. Me, I'm Nordic. Balts, Baltic Finns, Northern French, certain Celts, and Slavs. The Nordic race. Being Nordic, let me just say this. We're not the best at everything. We're not even the best at some things. We're the best at, we build great cars. The Japs build good cars too, though. Just saying. We're decent at skiing. Pretty good at skiing, but we got the Alps, so that helps. Helps when you got mountains in your backyard, eh? Why are Canadians so good at hockey? Because they can fucking play it all year round. There's a pond out back, eh? Just go fucking shoot the puck, bud. Go fucking fire some wristers, eh? It's funny. Fucking like an idiot like David Duke is just like, Nordic people are the best. I'm like, dude, your name is David Duke. You ain't the best of shit. Your name's Double D. My name's Double D. Double D. I just think 2004 is what we need to go back to. Simpler times. Simpler times in 2004, In 2004, as a country, I think we just enjoyed things a little bit more. I think we just had more fun. Had a good time, 2004. You know what I'm talking about? Just was what it was, man. But I'm not saying it's the best year of all time. It's just a pretty good year. Before we wrap this up, I do want to deliver some sad news. I received official word that January 21st, 23rd, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, Royal Oak, Michigan, has been canceled. Not the sound I wanted. I'm sorry. It's done. Obviously, I'll try to reschedule that date, but it's just sad, man. Michigan is still, one of those states that doesn't seem to understand the value of freedom. Rock flag eagle. You know what I'm talking about? It just don't seem to understand it. And I understand it. I love it. Freedom is why I moved to Texas, but I hope that one day I will be able to perform back in Michigan and back at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. I would love to. Great club. Great staff. Great people. Great stage. Great audience. Awesome. Just a great club all the way around. And maybe, just maybe one day, it'll come back. $15 an hour minimum wage, baby. I'm going to go work at Chick-fil-A, baby. I'm going to get that bread, dog. $15 an hour minimum wage. Everybody getting that bread. Except comedy open mics. You're still not getting paid for that shit, baby. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of Porn and Capitalism. Like I said, check out Audrey Bitoni. Wonderful, wonderful gal, porn star, wicked porn star. Shout out to Dave Portnoy. Shout out to Andrew Yang. Shout out to Rode with the new soundboard.
Suck my dick.
That's right. We got a custom soundboard going, baby. It's only going to get better from here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next week, go jerk off, God damn it.